use their own children as human shields should not give Hamas a ticket to more power and to more territory and to more money. My name is Mosab Hassan Yousef, and this is my story. I was born in the West Bank of the Jordanian River. I was brought up in an Islamic religious family. My father was a Muslim Brotherhood leader. Later he became a Hamas leader. And the honest truth, he was very good dad. He loved me within the best of his ability. My parents told us that we were going to heaven, and the non-Muslims, the Jews, the Christians, the rest of the world, if they don't convert to Islam, they are doomed to hell. When I was a child, I witnessed lots of killing and violence. There was no government, lots of chaos and disorder. People were literally killing each other in the streets. I'm talking about internal Palestinian conflict, where a father would actually kill his daughter, or a brother would kill his sister for honor. I was beaten up in the school on the hands of the principal. I was beaten up in the street. I was beaten up on the hands of the imam at the mosque. It was not easy for a child. Wherever you go, you just have to survive. I was always running for my life. There was the Muslim Brotherhood and the summer camps, which I would participate in those camps, go with my father. And the Muslim Brotherhood was actually preparing a generation of warriors. I did not understand that that was preparation for the birth of a militia. At the beginning of Hamas was a very secretive movement, so my father did not talk about that or his involvement with Hamas, even though he was one of the founders of Hamas. Hamas invested lots of work in indoctrination. When you recruit people by the name of the nation and by the name of God, you can grow like wildfire. I became involved because I was following the lead of my father. My father is a revolutionary leader, a religious leader, and I want to be that. I don't want to be the follower, I wanted to be the leader. We thought killing for the cause was totally justified. We were taught that there were no Israeli civilians at all, that everybody was a soldier. They could twist any scripture to serve their political agendas. The PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, they invested lots of money and lots of energy in turning the Palestinians or the Arabs in the West Bank and in Gaza Strip to disobey Israel, to erupt violence, to launch the Intifada, ethnic cleansing committed by Hamas. They thought fighting Israel from within is a lot more effective than fighting Israel from abroad. Suicide bombing attack waves, stabbing attacks and mass shooting start happening. And this is when Israel had to do extreme measures and prevented many Arabs from the West Bank to cross into Israel because they didn't know who was a suicide bomber and who wasn't. So we heard about all the stories of the freedom fighters, having the guns and just shooting the occupiers, colonizers. So we wanted to follow that lead. We wanted to be the tough guys. And this is how I got in trouble. I purchased guns even before I became 18 with actually intention to form a military cell. Israel was on our tail. The moment we got the guns, all of us were arrested in no time. My arrest was not easy. Unfortunately, I got beaten up by the Israeli soldiers, which basically against the Israeli law. But in war, there are violations, and I was a victim of that situation. And Israel was so desperate to know the masterminds of suicide bombing attacks. They had to put physical pressure on Hamas military wing. One of the Israeli intelligence recruiters, he offered me that we work together to stop suicide bombing attacks for the sake of humanity. And I was thinking to myself, this is my opportunity. I will just say yes, and the moment they trust me, I'm going to destroy them. My first intention was to be a double agent against Israel, not to work for Israel. And I thought I would just destroy them from within. When I was transferred to the main prison where other Hamas members were, I told Hamas my story. I told them I need support. I agreed to work with the Israeli intelligence, and I wanted to just kill all of them. Everybody who laid hand on me. This is my intention. Now Hamas said it was not convincing. So instead of helping me, actually, they started interrogating me as a suspect. So I told them, you must be out of your mind. I wouldn't betray my father. But they did not believe. And for about 16 months in Israeli prison, I struggled with this thing. They did not torture me. But it was during a time where they were torturing people for suspicion of collaborating with Israel.
Hamas was torturing people in Israeli prison?
Yes. It was like a nightmare. They were killing other people for being suspects. But in my case, they did not touch me because of my father's reputation. Hamas leaders in prison weren't just any leaders. They were the top Hamas leaders. I met those people in person. I saw them in action. I saw their brutality, and they had no mercy. They had no mercy towards Israel. They had no mercy towards Palestinians, and they had no mercy without evidence. I came to the realization, the hard way, that if Hamas succeeded in destroying Israel and building an Islamic state, their state, it would be an absolute waste of life for something that is going to be only ugly. They tortured people, they made people create stories that weren't true. Hence, many people were killed and they were innocent people. It made me ask big questions about Hamas, their true nature, and their possible future.